Oh, this fucking guy over here. Man, welcome back to another episode of IBTE Sports Podcast. You got your boy Lawrence, Kenny, Phil, and Neil.
Yo.
I was out of commission last week on vacation. Man, I was in Orlando, Florida. Felt good to be there. Got to compete for a national championship in flag football.
Did you win?
Lost in overtime on a fucking 9-route, 60 yards. Jump ball.
Damn.
Yeah, very tough. Long
Sounds
weekend.
Like the Saints.
Down
the sideline.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy.
Tragic.
I play for the whole year. I've been playing out of position. I play corner, so been playing pretty well.
You got beat?
No, I did not get beat.
Lawrence Lattimore.
That's how you made it sound.
That's what just made it sound like that.
No. I would have taken. Y'all know I take accountability now. I would have said I got beat for the touchdown for the game.
Yeah, okay.
But you feel me? So
just making sure.
But man, listen, how are y'all feeling? What's going on?
Hey, I'm back from vacation as well. I was out of commission last week as well.
You got your R&B voice going on.
I got excuse the
like
voice.
like in the 90s when they
like
call a
John
girl.
Excuse the voice. Excuse the voice. I had a long weekend in Canada. Mont Tremblant in Canada. Bars were crazy, obviously, as you can hear. But yeah, I'm happy to be back with the boys. I didn't watch any football games, so you'll have to excuse me. I just know the Bills almost lost, and what was the other game? The Bengals, they won.
Barely.
And then we had the other game. What was the other game? Oh, the Chargers game, and the Niners game. That's right. I did catch the winning field goal of the Chargers game. That's about all I know.
He was only watching Raptors games up there.
They have hockey. They got a lot of hockey up
Oh,
there.
They got hockey.
Bro, listen, this was crazy. Is one TV had hockey, the other TV had U23 hockey, the other TV had women's hockey. So you get to pick your choice, which hockey you want to watch, or the Raptors, like Phil said, or
Go
the
Maple
Raptors.
Leafs.
The Raptors. Oh, that's funny as hell. What about you, Kenny?
Can't complain. So I'm trying to fix my camera here. Football was weird this weekend. Looking forward to the next round.
And you, Phil? You went into the.
I stopped by production set real quick. Just had to grab something, a souvenir.
I like that.
Yeah, just had to grab a little souvenir from our production set. Thank you to the production manager for that. It's pretty good so far. Me, Kenny, and John held it down last week for IBTE. Had some very good conversations. Was looking for comments, during the live, but couldn't find them. But hey, we're here for a good week this week. Let's have a good show.
They sure did come after us. 96 hours later. So
Hey, that's what happens.
It's always nice.
That's what happens.
I'll dress them by name too. Don't worry.
Oh my gosh! All right, man. Listen, we had the wild card weekend. We had the Seahawks, 49ers, Chargers, Jags. Dolphins, Bills, Giants, Vikings, Ravens, Bengals, and then on Monday night that just passed, we had Cowboys, Buccaneers. Now, okay, so we'll start with Seahawks and 49ers. Pretty much expected, right? Pretty much expected. I feel like it was. The game was close for a second.
You can thank the referees in the Seattle Rams game for that outcome right there, because the referees fucked the Lions over, and I think the Lions would have put up a much better fight than the Seahawks.
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
Yeah, so you could thank that. Even they're apparently looking into that game. Like, what do they look into games for after it's already said and done?
What was it? What did they say? What do they call it? The 2-minute report or something?
Yeah,
like that?
Last 2 minute.
Yeah,
that's what it's called in the
NBA.
NBA, yeah.
NBA,
2 minutes.
okay.
But that's so you could thank the NFL for giving you that fantastic matchup.
But 18 points in the fourth quarter from the 49ers. They pretty much explode. Debo goes crazy. He has a day, and he's been out for several weeks too. Got a question for y'all. Do y'all really believe in that Purdy can do this?
I've said this before.
Or is he enough to keep them going because they got the defense?
I mean, I said this before. I said it before that I don't think if he gets into a shootout with a playoff type caliber quarterback like a Burrow,
Like
or
a
like
Dak?
a Mahomes. No, fuck Dak. Or like a Mahomes. I don't think you can go ahead. I don't think you can do it. But I think I'm changing my mind a little bit because I think what I'm seeing now is I'm looking at a quarterback who, if he doesn't make mistakes, his defense will carry him into a championship. I'll tell you what, I've seen worse quarterbacks than Brock Purdy win a Super Bowl. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
he said Trent Dilfer.
we saw them get to the Super Bowl with Jimmy G a couple years ago, and no disrespect to Jimmy G, but what I've seen out of Brock Purdy the last 4 weeks, he could do what Jimmy G did during that run. I'm not saying that he is as good as Jimmy G or better, but he's capable of doing what Jimmy G did during the Super Bowl run.
Right, and a defense and offense this talented, playmakers on both sides of the ball. You don't have to do much, like these guys said, and plus, he's been throwing like 2 touchdowns each game ever since he came in. So the ability to score is there. He just needs to, like Neil said, not do too many turnovers, and I think that's possible so far. I mean, he hasn't had a terrible game yet.
I think Shanahan's been putting him in the right spots too. Shanahan's doing what he had to do with Jimmy G, but he's letting him open up the book a lot more. He knows to keep him out of crazy spots and get him on the run, let him use his legs. And you got Christian McCaffrey, who can take all the heat off you if you need it.
And everyone's healthy. So.
And look at Shanahan's track record, though. Like he's done this. Like he made Kirk Cousins a franchise quarterback in Washington. When Jimmy G was there, he got them to the Super Bowl. Jimmy G went down. He didn't make the playoffs, but Nick Mullen and C.J. Beathard were winning football games with San Francisco. Like Kyle Shanahan just knows how to build an offense where the QB is expendable, which is rare in today's NFL.
That is very true. Yeah, 49ers, right now, I believe they're favorites. Vegas says they don't want them to win. I'm guessing that a lot of people have a shit ton of money on them, and they'll probably get housed if the Niners win, which we'd love to see, because we need that payback.
Fuck Vegas.
We need the Niners out of here. Get them out of here.
No, it's personal.
Get them out of here. As long get them out of here. I'm a Cowboys fan now.
You're a Cowboys fan.
Oh God!
Wow. Okay. That took a turn.
You know how much that hurts.
He's that desperate.
You know how much that hurts me to say that.
He said the lesser of two evils.
Okay,
the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Listen, whatever you say.
So Dak's elite, right?
Whatever you say.
No, but I feel that though because last week watching the Cowboys beat the Bucs was like therapeutic for me, and I would never say I want to watch the Cowboys win, but watching a division rival go down is a great feeling.
Amen. So since you mentioned it already, Cowboys Bucks, man.
No celebration this year for me. Pain.
Man, I had 16 and a half. I'm so mad. So mad, bro. I'm watching it, and all I see is Mike Evans running down the sideline, about to catch the ball, and then he drops it. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm done. Turn the game off. But
pain.
It was one of those things where, this should have been the result, right? When you look at the teams on paper, but it was still just shocking because Tom Brady was suiting up for the Buccaneers. I don't care. While yes, this should have been the result. Anyone who says they weren't surprised by this is lying.
They're lying.
You don't expect Tom Brady to go in and lay an egg like that. And he put up the 300 whatever yards, but Tom Brady looked old. And if Tom Brady were to hang it up after this, you couldn't blame that. It's one of those things where you don't want him to go out like this, but do you want to see a whole season of him playing like this too? I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, he could go out. I don't. I could wave bye.
Oh, I'm fine like that too. But
see you later.
just
I was about to say Saints Twitter was loving it, but he was getting fucking rocked.
I feel like he has one more stop in him, but
So
right, but the question becomes if he does that one more stop, and you have a whole season like this, is that something that you really want on your legacy? I don't know. I'm gonna just take my books and say it's over.
So I got the Super Bowls. I'm all good. For the game, I mean, the Cowboys did what they wanted. Not too much, not too much, fight back from the Buccaneers. I mean, maybe the last 3-4 minutes, but that was when the Cowboys knew the game was over and they packed it up. So, I mean, pretty much what everyone expected. But, the Tom Brady factor always tends to sway people's decisions and stuff like that. the offseason.
Dak Prescott accounted for 5 touchdowns, I believe. Tony Pollard is what everybody wants.
Dalton Schultz had 2.
He's kind of taking over the helm at the running back position. You can see he has way more burst than Zeke. Zeke, I don't know, man.
Well, here's your question now. Dallas, you got to pay Tony this offseason. What do? You can't pay 2 running backs.
Yeah, I know.
You just let him walk because you're tied to Zeke? Do you see if you get something for Zeke? Do you hope that he takes a hometown discount? I mean, how do you?
The cap space must be.
I think.
terrible.
Listen, I think you guys try to go all out to get him a chip, and he's got to go. I think you got to find a way to keep Tony Pollard.
I mean, Dak's 29 too.
What are you saying, in a bad way or a good way?
Well,
I'm saying in general, he's 29 years old. I mean, you're not a quarterback forever. Not everybody's Tom Brady, and we've already seen him with injury issues. If he's your franchise quarterback, it's time to start making a move to solidify. If you want to make some championship runs, you have to solidify that team. And whether that be cutting Zeke and just keeping with Tony Pollard, or like Kenny said, maybe Zeke takes a pay cut. I doubt it, but maybe that's what happens, and you keep both of them. I mean, that's still a great 1-2 punch to have, right? Like, you get the finesse with Tony Pollard, and then you keep Zeke as more of like, I mean, he'll have to transition a little bit into like a power back.
Or do you get him? I don't know if he'll commit to a pay cut or not.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he doesn't seem like the type of
I don't
player.
think he would, but I'm saying, like, would Tony Pollard maybe re-sign for us? Cause I don't know. I wouldn't either.
If he's smart, he's gonna go and get his money now.
Not at that position, right?
I 100% agree with that. I don't know if I'm Dallas, what do I do? Because I don't want to see Tony Pollard go. Like, because if you let Tony Pollard go, you're letting the better running.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. You just cannot. I mean, he scored so many explosive touchdowns for you this year. I mean, he led the league in not led, but he was top in the league in explosive plays this year. He's definitely. I mean, he's young. He's quick. He's a great running back. He's perfect what you need for that type of finesse style offense.
He's running back. He can catch the ball.
Exactly.
He run the ball.
The only thing I think he needs a little bit of help with is pass pro, because he's nothing compared to Zeke in pass pro. But you can work on that, right? You work on that, or you have a third down back come in and.
I was just gonna say, or you let Zeke go and you bring in someone who's good.
Exactly. You bring in a veteran guy who's a good pass pro running back.
Plus, I'm pretty sure they could spend some money on other positions. Plus, the line needs help, et cetera, if you want that running game to be successful. So, all depends what they want to do.
Their line actually impressed me this year for having so many injuries.
Yeah, they look good.
It should have been much worse than it was. Like, they were reshuffling that thing, I feel like.
For Cowboys, you're saying?
Yeah.
And even you got Jason Peters they've had picked up. He's like a fossil.
I completely forgot he was on that team.
I give them credit for what they do with their line. Like, I don't think that line is going to be a huge issue for them.
Yeah. They definitely rolled with the punches, but salute to Dak. Dak played phenomenal. He was only sacked once in this game. And the Bucs are known for their defense, especially this season. Tom Brady was 35 for 66.
Damn.
That's just he threw double the passes. He threw double the passes of Dak, and Dak threw 40 yards less than him.
But see, this is the thing with like Dak to me though, where this is why he's so annoying, because he has a game like this where it's like he's a top 5 quarterback in the league, and then next week he'll go out. I don't care that he's playing against San Fran's defense. Like,
because they struggled last week against Washington.
If you're a top quarterback, doesn't matter if you're playing San Fran's defense. But if he goes out next week and puts up a dud, this is exactly why people talk about Dak Prescott.
Yep.
And then playoff Lenny, man. Playoff Lenny.
Ugh.
Playoff Lenny, 5 carries, 11 yards.
Yeah, so that's really not on playoff Lenny. 5 carries, what you're supposed to do.
Especially when they're on the 2-yard line. But hey, that's just personal reason.
Phil, you have to comprehend that when a team is down by 4 scores, doesn't matter where the ball is, they're not running it.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true.
So they wouldn't QB sneak on the 1?
Okay, that's still not running with your running back, so I don't get where you're.
It's still a run. You know, I just want to rush a touchdown. I get what you're saying, though.
No, it's a sneak.
It's because there's a rushing touchdown in the books. So
yeah, he kind of got worked out of that game.
Yeah, he got in the game script. Sad.
All right, man. Moving on here, we had the Ravens and Bengals, 24-17. There's no Lamar Jackson in that game. Ravens at, I believe it was 17 up. Tyler Huntley goes to put the ball over
That was
the
crazy.
goal line and
Terrible play call.
Fumble.
Terrible fucking play call.
100-yard
You're 3 yards
return.
away
98,
from the end zone.
98.
Why are you trying
Mr. Hubbard.
from 3 yards away from the end zone? Why are you running a QB sneak?
Coaches always do this where they outsmart themselves.
Yeah.
You know, they outsmart themselves. It happened to Sean McVay in the Super Bowl against the Patriots. He outsmarted himself, and he came out and said it after. He outsmarted himself. Pete Carroll on the goal line outsmarted himself. It's not that hard.
It's not like you got J.K. Dobbins or anything.
Play football the way it's supposed to be played. Line up in an I fucking formation. Get a fullback in there. Fucking bring an extra lineman in and run the ball, and see what happens.
They were pretty upset too. A lot of the players.
Yeah, Dobbins was heavy upset.
He said, "I'm that guy.
I would be too.
I'm that guy."
Yes, but let me tell you, Dobbins and Harbaugh are awful for what they said. I mean, Tyler Huntley.
If Lamar Jackson would have played, right?
And plays his ass off, and is 1-2 yards away from winning the game for you. And Harbaugh is a coach for you to say, "Well, if Lamar's out there, we probably win." And then Dobbins for you to say, "If Lamar's out there, we definitely win." I mean, what is wrong with you guys?
Both Harbaughs have been known to be shitty fucking people. Not to, okay coaches, but shitty people all in general.
Like, how do you say that as a coach? Like, how do you, like, as a player, want to go in the locker room with him ever again?
Never. I mean, as we've already seen this year, he literally went out. We're seeing guys risking. I mean, are we risking their lives to play football nowadays? And he went out there and played his heart out. Got it to, like you said, Kenny, a one-score game in a playoff game, like against a Super Bowl favorite team, a team that's been on fire. And he goes out and how do you say that? It's just crazy to me. It's crazy.
I mean, like, every day it makes it look more and more like Lamar ain't going back there. Because if I'm Lamar and I hear that, like, why do I want to be in a locker room like that?
Jets are the betting favorite for him so far.
And then you got Marlon Humphrey too. He said some words on Twitter, and even in the press conference too. So, listen, I'm surprised that. Well, not. I feel like the Bengals should have.
I feel like they should have won by a more.
Yeah, a lot more.
They should have won the way they won.
Or is that just me?
No, they 100% should. I mean, you're playing like, not to take anything away from Tyler Huntley, but he's a backup quarterback. And I know that I always say about division games are big, but you were at home.
Yep.
You were playing against a backup quarterback.
Yep.
You've been to the Super Bowl. You have the Super Bowl experience and the playoff experience. Huntley does not. There's no excuse for that.
Yeah, and plus, you won off a defensive touchdown from Hubbard. I mean, nothing else was it? What was the final score? 24-17. That was a 14-point swing, Hubbard's play, and that's what won on the game.
Crazy.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
That was at 11:40 in the fourth quarter. Yeah. So no one scored after that.
After that.
So everything after that was literally punts.
You have to let your offense.
Then they ran air on the ball.
Crazy.
Yeah, Mixon, Chase, Higgins, all those people, and didn't score anything after that. Crazy.
Well, since we're talking about beating backup quarterbacks.
Well, no, I was before we switch over. Well, how do y'all feel about Lamar's situation? Do you feel like he's coming back?
I agree with Kenny. I think he's out.
Yeah, I mean,
and then there's also the
franchise tag him, but
yeah, there's also the thing where they're saying that he basically him putting out that statement about his injury was selfish, and he probably shouldn't have did that. How do y'all feel about that?
No, I don't think it is, because everybody inside the organization kept trying to make him look like the bad guy for not playing. So if you're going to try to make it seem like I just didn't want to play, I'm going to let the world know.
Anybody with a brain, anybody that's ever watched sports, anybody with any type of medical knowledge at all, anybody that's ever had an injury knows, especially if you're going to play at a high level like that, you do not just brace it up and go out and play. You just don't do it.
Yeah, I can't believe Michael Vick said that.
RG3 literally came out and said it ruined his career. Bracing up his ACL and going out and playing on a torn ACL ruined his career. And Pro Football Doc came out and said something about it too. He's like, people are crazy. You do not brace up an injury like that and go out and play, especially if you want to have a career. So he's smart for that. And the fact that he didn't play also makes me kind of think that he's ready. After everything that's said and done, he's ready to move on out of there too.
Right. And him being, one of the best running quarterbacks in the league one thing you're
like
definitely
his
in your
legs,
legs. So
his legs are his moneymaker.
Yeah.
His legs are his moneymaker. I mean, it's like a stolen base guy in baseball. Your legs are your moneymaker. You got to keep it.
Even to throw to drive the ball, he's not gonna be able to do it with that injury.
Especially that too. Yeah, that's another thing. So
I also think
crazy.
he wants to get out of there too, because like let's look at what Baltimore's done. Like, yes, they've made a great offense for him, but they don't even let him showcase that he's a passer. Like, why do I want to stay in a team that literally makes me look like a running back?
And plus, their best addition was what, Marquise Brown. That was their best receiver they gave him.
Well,
he
they traded him away.
Yeah, I mean they
didn't even let him.
The best receiver was Andrews or tight end. They didn't give him any help along the way.
So that's why I found him like, I don't know. Let me go somewhere where I can show you that. But even an offense like the Eagles, like Jalen Hurts is a running quarterback, but he actually throws the ball. Like,
and they got him AJ Brown.
I mean, listen, there's an aging quarterback in LA, and Matt Stafford. We got Baker Mayfield. Make a call.
All right, next.
Make the call. That's all I'm saying. Make the call. Lamar.
I thought Stafford was your guy. I thought he was MVP caliber quarterback.
I
thought that was your guy.
I thought he was top 5.
Could you imagine Lamar and Sean McVay? Could you imagine Lamar and Sean McVay's offense?
Listen, Baker's in the building. You have all your answers.
Baker's out of there.
You have a top 5 quarterback.
You guys are all tripping.
I'm
not sure if you guys have ever watched an Arthur Smith offense, but it's very run-heavy oriented.
Hey,
I think the Jets are favored to him according to the sports book. So
big trust.
We'll see how it goes.
Bring him to the south, man. Bring him to the south.
Yeah, to Atlanta. He ain't going. You want to go to New Orleans and die with Dennis Allen? you got James shit though.
He's at Carolina.
Probably never see Jameis play again. All right, man. Yeah, stupid. All right, man. Here we go.
No. Don't let's do the 27-0.
Oh no, that's where I'm at. Because I'm about to go. Listen, man.
LA Superchargers.
Justin Herbert that. Justin Herbert that. Justin Herbert this. He's amazing. He can make every pass on the field. 27-0 against
You're so wrong.
The Jags. Listen.
You're so wrong.
At the end of the day, listen.
You're
Can
wrong. Go ahead.
Can I?
Hold on a second. You're not putting that loss on Herbert.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all.
Can I?
Go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
They're embellishing you.
Can I?
You're not putting that loss on Herbert.
Can I?
I'm not allowing it. I'm not allowing you to put that loss on Justin Herbert.
Let him go so he can embarrass himself.
This is a Cole's veto.
Wow.
Go ahead so you can embarrass yourself.
All right, bro. All right, listen.
I'm trying to save you, but go ahead if you want to embarrass yourself.
Listen. My thing is, right, we sit here, we praise the quarterbacks, we give them love. As soon as they do something amazing, I still feel like, this is my personal opinion. You don't have to agree. They're up 27-0. You got to do something as the quarterback of this team to get your team to win this fucking game. I understand.
You mean like score 30 points?
I understand that. I understand all that.
If I score 30 points, if I score 30 points as a quarterback, I want to yell so bad. If I score 30 points as a quarterback,
go ahead, R&B voice.
And my team loses the game,
that's right, and then I get blamed for it.
There's no shot.
I'm not saying solely on him.
You've got Khalil Mack on the other side. You've got Jones on the other side. You've got Bosa. You got all these guys on the other side, bro, and you're gonna come out here and you're gonna blame this game on Herbert, who put up 30 points in a playoff game against a good defense.
The coach refused to run the ball.
And against a good defense? No, I'm sorry.
I can't believe what I just heard.
I'm sorry. I'm not allowing you to put this game on Justin Herbert.
He's a partial
shot.
I'm not solely putting on him.
This game goes on two people. This game goes on two people.
Talk to me.
This game goes on two facets of that team. One, it goes on the fucking coach. That is 150,000% on Brandon Staley, who, when he was the Rams defensive coordinator, made sure that when the Rams got a lead, that team never lost a lead, and we never lost a lead with Staley as a defensive coordinator. So I don't know what the fuck he's doing now. The other thing is the fucking defense. Are you out of your fucking mind that you can let up 31 points
and 5 turnovers
with 4 first half interceptions? Are you fucking kidding me? There is no way on God's green earth that you have one of the best running backs in the league. Top 5 running backs, top 2 this year in Eckler, and you do not run this ball. There is no way. There's no way. You do not put this game on Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert did everything in his fucking possible powers to win this game, and his team comes out and lets a first-time fucking second-year player, fucking Trevor Lawrence, come out and dice you up 31
after 4 interceptions.
Wow. And Lawrence Elliott is going to come out here and say Justin Herbert.
He said full name. Damn.
It's a quarterback. You gotta put some blame on the quarterback.
Shot.
No, you don't.
You gotta put some blame on the quarterback.
No
We
shot.
praise the quarterback.
So then it's Tyler Huntley's fault that the Ravens lost too, right?
He did fumble though.
Well, yeah, he did fumble.
I mean, he did fumble. That's a little different.
Tied up in the game, and
That's
you
a little
decided to do
different.
some
No,
dumb shit.
I'm saying no, because he was just praising about. No, he played a great game. He put it all on the line. But like we can't. No, there's no praise for him. He lost the game.
He did lose the game.
No, right. But my point is, he was just 5 minutes ago. We were talking about that game. We're saying you can't say that about the quarterback and say that. But you just said the same thing.
I never said nothing about Huntley.
No, right. You said that the Harbaugh and them can't come out and say that about. Oh, we win the game with Lamar.
Because that's just a foul thing to do. You don't do that as an organization or as teammates, especially after you lose. That's just a bad thing to do. It's just bad.
Nah, Lawrence, I gotta disagree with you on this one.
Listen, I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm not mad at it.
No way
I'm not mad at
it. There's just no way.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's solely on him. I'm not saying
But I can't understand. So he scored 30 points, so he should have scored 40?
Gotta score more.
31.
I don't.
You the second coming.
Listen, you ever watch that? You ever seen that commercial with Kanye and Kobe?
More
records.
What does that even mean?
But I'm the best. You got to be a different animal and the
and
same
more
beast.
points, man.
What the fuck does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
If I score 30
You're welcome.
points,
They got to listen.
If I give you a 27-0 lead, first of all,
Yep.
You got to finish
should
the
have
game.
nothing to worry about. And then if I give you 30 points, I should also have nothing to worry about.
But here, you want to know what though? This is what I think about this whole thing. I think we're talking about the wrong thing in general altogether. I think we need to talk about how fucking amazing and fantastic and terrific the Jacksonville Jaguars played in that game.
Rally.
That's for that team.
Too.
For that team to never lose their mind, to never get at each other's throat. For Trevor Lawrence, I mean, we saw how hard it is for a kicker to make extra points after missing one. And Trevor Lawrence throws 4 interceptions and comes back and leads
in
his
the
team
first
back
half.
from 27 to nothing.
He on that play.
I want to take nothing away
God.
from the Jags. That's obviously phenomenal. You came back 27-0. But to me, it speaks more to the Chargers than it does to the Jags.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't know. It's very easy to shut down, I think.
Yeah,
I think
especially because that would be in the end game. That'd be really deflating. You see,
so deflating, right?
You keep throwing to the same DB and he picks off your quarterback 3 times.
At the same time, too,
That's tough.
yes, that's deflating. But isn't it also too we got nothing to lose. We're already down 27-0.
And I will say this, in all fairness, I think if this game is in LA, the shit is over with. Them being in Jacksonville, I think played a role in it too.
Under normal circumstances, I agree with you, but the Chargers don't have a home field advantage.
There's no home field advantage for the Chargers in LA.
Like any other team, I would agree with.
They're tenants there. They pay rent still.
Any other
the Jaguar fans, what about their jacuzzi?
That's
jacuzzi.
They had to come and they had to ask first that they could have a playoff game there, and we said no, we can't. So
wow,
step back.
But we beat y'all.
That's the Rams' house.
But we beat y'all. Well, listen.
That's the champs' house.
You had 3 receivers. No, you had 4 receivers with touchdowns.
One more thing, Lawrence, not to interrupt you, but in the offseason, when everybody was talking, I still think it was a lot, but in the offseason, when everybody was talking crazy about what that GM was doing, Arthur Kahn, is it Kahn?
He's the owner.
He's the owner.
The owner?
I don't know the GM.
I think I would say it's probably the owner that was making a lot of the calls.
Well,
but
the GM's he got the okay.
He gets the okays for exactly.
So here you go, 200 million, go crazy.
Exactly. Everybody was like, bro, then he goes out and spends money like crazy, right?
I hear what you're saying, but it's still not smart. Like, are they going to win a Super Bowl this year or next year or the year after?
A lot of money for Christian Kirk is crazy.
They still have it.
He performed though.
I'll tell you, Christian Kirk put up numbers this year.
He performed.
He really did.
Okay. Would you pick? Would
No.
you be okay?
But most people aren't going to give him that contract.
No,
But
he's not getting that contract. I'm not saying. All I'm saying
They're just lucky if he-
all I'm
but,
saying is, Kirk did not. He didn't come out and say, "Wow, we shouldn't have given them that contract." He came out and said, "Okay, he might be worth it. He's a young guy, and he really helped out Trevor Lawrence this year." So
80,
you know who else
84 for 1108 TDs. That's the season.
I mean, that is a great
That's a
year.
good year, but it's not reset the receiver market good.
You know what else helped out?
We're forgetting how much money he got. Look, we're not talking. He reset the receiver market.
You know what I don't hear enough about either is Peterson. I don't hear enough about Coach of the Year.
It's almost like he's
Coach of the
he's a
year?
good coach and got thrown under the bus.
I mean, are you kidding me?
What?
Coach, a team.
No, that doesn't happen.
That doesn't, especially not in Philadelphia. That doesn't happen there.
It's always funny. It's always funny in Philadelphia.
You mean Andy Reid stinks? Doug Peterson stinks? What are you talking about?
Donovan McNabb, one of the worst quarterbacks ever.
If you asked him right now, would you take Andy Reid back? They'd be talking about Nick Sirianni's the greatest.
Little do they know that Nick Sirianni comes from Andy Reid, but what do I know?
Yeah, exactly.
They're all part of the same. Literally,
Coaching
the Eagles. Like, I just run this back real quick. Eagle fans, I'm not sure if you know. You had Andy Reid, you got rid of him, and then you went and got Chip Kelly. The Chip Kelly experiment didn't work, and you couldn't go and get Andy Reid. So what'd you do? You got Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson didn't work out for you, right? Well, Frank Reich, who worked for Doug Peterson, goes to Indy and has Nick Sirianni working under him. They bring in Nick Sirianni. What's the common denominator here? It's Andy Reid. You guys keep trying to bring back Andy Reid, and you're too stubborn to admit that Andy Reid was not the problem there.
Yeah, there was a lot going on during that time anyway, too.
Shout out Travis Etienne, though, 100 yards. The play to set up the field goal.
One of my favorite running backs, man.
Thank God he had a good year this year, because last year it did not. I mean, I know he got hurt, but it was not looking good for him last year. Everybody was like, "Oh my God, a bust." He had too high of a skill set for him.
He had quite a few games over 100 too.
Yeah, he had a good year this year. Especially for I think that offense is very. I said it as soon as the Jacksonville Jaguars got in the playoffs. I tweeted it. I do not want to play the Jags in the playoffs. I don't want to play them. And I also do not want to play the Giants in the playoffs either. The two teams that I do not want to play in the playoffs are the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Giants.
Let me ask you this, though.
That's weird.
Jags got a chance going to Arrowhead this weekend?
You said what?
What'd you say?
Jags have a chance going into Arrowhead this weekend?
Is Calvin Ridley playing by any
we'll
chance?
get to that. We'll get to that.
I'm just asking because I'm not worried about
Calvin Ridley's suspension is match free lifted.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Let's go with let's get to the Dolphins and the Bills, man. Then we'll save
No, go with the Giants and Vikings one.
Giants Vikings. 31.
Because it's almost
20.
like some genius on this podcast, I don't know who it is, but some genius had been saying for months now that if the Giants meet up with the Vikings in the playoffs, they will beat them. Are you crazy? They're 13-4. What are you talking about?
Nah, we agreed. We agreed.
Can we get a locator on Justin Jefferson? Did he suit up?
I'm
He's
really
better than
curious.
Cooper Kupp, though.
Did he suit up?
It's 4th and 8, right? It's 4th and 8. Season on the line. 4th and 8. Season on the line. You throw the ball to somebody who's plastered by a defender 4 yards deep.
Hawkins had to break the tackle.
He did have 10. He did have 10 for 120 at that point.
Lawrence. He threw it 4 yards deep with a defender plastered on him. I'm not saying, like, if he was wide open, you're thinking maybe he can get 4 yards, okay. But you threw it knowing as soon as he catches it, he's going to get tackled. Like, there was no yet.
Hold on. Who's Isaiah Hodges, and why does he have 100 yards in a playoff game?
Oh, he's been their leading receiver for like the past 5 years.
I know. I was about to say I know, but god damn. Listen,
I must say, yeah. He was kind of hoping TJ Hawkinson would do the whole NFL street stiff arm, just push him down the air and catch the ball at the same time.
You know what that is?
I'm guessing.
Stupid.
That was hoping.
Stupid
Yes,
is what that is. You know what you do in that situation? Like, I would rather you throw it in a triple coverage at Justin Jefferson. I could live with losing the game that way.
Yeah, I would too.
You throwing the ball to TJ Hawkinson, you conceded defeat. You said, well, I just don't want to get sacked, so here you go. That's what it looks like to me.
Right. I agree with Kenny. I also – I'm sorry. Go ahead, Phil.
Also, from the Giants' point of view, Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley. I think Saquon had 2 touchdowns. Daniel Jones doing everything passing and on his feet. I think 78, 80 rushing yards.
That's the first time. He set record. He set a record, didn't he? I think he set a record. First time ever that a quarterback had those numbers.
I'm about to say, yeah, a lot of New York athletes are finally showing up. Him and Julius Randle.
I think it was like 70% passing.
So what you're seeing now in New York Giants fans is what happens when you get a good coach. This is what you're seeing now. What happens when you get a good coach, an offensive-minded coach, a coach that knows how to put your guys in spots to win the game, right? When it's time to give the ball to Saquon Barkley, you give the ball to Saquon Barkley. When it's time for Daniel Jones to do something with his legs, he does something with his legs. When it's time to get a quicker receiver on a slant route to beat a guy, you get him there. This is what happens when you get a coach that knows what he's doing. And I mean, he's got playoff experience. The coach, where I'm talking about here, Daboll. I mean, he knows how to lead guys. The locker room loves him.
AKA Strife.
And he's bald. He's funny looking.
Also, going from Josh Allen to Daniel Jones, perfect fit.
Similar skill set.
Almost like all four of us said that on the podcast.
Yeah, we did say that when this happened. A similar skill set. Obviously, we're not comparing Daniel Jones to Josh Allen. No. Obviously, we're not. But similar skill set. Big, tall, strong guy. Can throw the ball. Can run the ball. And Daniel Jones had a great fucking year this year. He doesn't get talked enough about for that team, but he had a great fucking year this year, and that playoff game solidifies him in New York's. I mean, he won in the playoff game. He broke their curse, right?
Do you know what also is that talk
picture on the boat after?
Daniel Jones is a free agent this year because they refused to give him a fifth-year option.
Crazy, right?
He's going to be able to hold them hostage, and I hope he does.
Yeah, and now he's going to get.
Guess what? Either you pay me.
Imagine if he wins. Imagine if he wins another playoff game.
Right. Beats the Eagles.
Imagine if he beats the Eagles.
Right, because here's what's going to happen. Because Lamar and the Ravens are going to do their little dance with the franchise tag.
That's going to set
you. And I'm not giving up teams. I'm not giving up first round.
Guess what? Daniel Jones is going to get paid.
Exactly.
And then Lamar's going to be like,
"Hey, I'm still here. So you guys, someone want to pay me?"
Yeah, exactly.
This is what's going to happen this offseason.
And you know what? Not to bring up,
unless the Giants open up the book.
Not to change the subject at all, but I believe. Brock Purdy might get a good payday too.
Well, he's got a couple.
I know he's got a couple. No, I know right now. I'm talking about when it's all said and done. When it's all said and done, I think Brock Purdy is going to get a fat check.
We'll see.
They might do it a year. They might do it a year early if he sticks around too.
It depends. It depends on what happens in the offseason with Trey Lance, and I think Garoppolo's out of there too.
Garoppolo's going to be gone. Yeah. I still think that it
all depends on Trey.
Whether they should or not is not what I'm saying, but I don't think they will give up on Trey Lance because he only started one game this year, got hurt in the second game, and they gave up so much
draft capital,
to get in.
Draft capital crazy.
Like,
yeah.
I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong, but I think
and how much more draft capital they gave up for McCaffrey too. So
do you think they'll try to get rid of Trey Lance?
Well,
I don't think they have a choice to now because they're invested right now in a Super Bowl. Like, that's Super Bowl or bust for that team right now. And I don't care what anybody says. Yeah. When you give up that much, trust me, I've been there. When you give up that much shit, it's Super Bowl or bust.
And since Lance is coming up, it'd be one thing if you knew you could recoup the draft capital to get rid of Lance. But the problem is, since he's just coming off an injury, what team is giving even one first rounder for Trey Lance right now? I'm not.
And here's the other thing to think.
2.5 games of film.
Right.
And preseason. And here's the other thing to think about. You also gave up. Now, don't. I'm not saying anything bad about McCaffrey, but you gave up a shit fucking ton for a injury-prone running back. Granted, he's having. Don't get me wrong. He's having a great season, but that could happen in a snap. I mean, it could happen for anybody, but more than likely or not, you're going to have that injury happen with McCaffrey because it's happened to him so much in the past.
Well, and the Niners are known for having injuries, so it was actually kind of crazy. Yeah. Like, think of the Niners, like, someone walks wrong and they're out for 3 weeks.
What's crazy is that the Niners are known for having injuries, and McCaffrey has
ain't been hurt.
Not gotten hurt. Right.
Well, I think it's the little things too. Down the
13 doctors before McCaffrey came in.
Little things in the little nuances in the game. You running down the field and having your receivers having your back and actually throwing that extra block. Yeah, like Ayuk, Debo, they take in James, they take pride in blocking. So that stuff definitely matters. Listen, man, the Vikings, disappointing season. We said it all season that
they were the biggest frauds in the NFL.
We've been saying it. This podcast has been saying it all year long that the Vikings are frauds.
that everyone the record in 1-score games. Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Shevchenko is fighting UFC 285. Alexa Grasso.
What?
What's
Lawrence talking about? Oh, I thought we got. I
thought
he had a stroke or something. What's he talking about?
Shevchenko's fighting.
There we go.
She's fighting on UFC 285. No, I just saw
fighting?
That. Alexis Grasso.
I don't know who that is. So it's gonna be a wash. Shevchenko.
I'm unfamiliar with your game.
Shevchenko will beat anybody's ass I know. Anybody's ass I know.
The last time I was watching her fight, she did some crazy shit. She was just letting the girl hit her and then just literally snapped her in half.
Yeah, she's nuts. So. I don't know a single person around that could beat her up, and that's a woman. Like there's just nobody's beating her up. So
you better call Ronda
listen, shout out to the Giants. Giants fans have been coming at me. They texted me after the game saying you like that and all that. Like I didn't.
John was excited last week.
I'm like, didn't you give up on Daniel Jones last year and then the year before and the year before?
And haven't they been saying all year about how they have no weapons? How are they going to win a game without any weapons?
Good coaching.
Yeah,
that's how you.
Imagine if that team still had Evan Ingram.
Well, I said that last week.
No, Evan Ingram sucks, bro.
It's a product.
His own hands.
It's a product. I say this shit all the time. They don't want to let any player develop. They want them players to be Hall of Fame in 2 years.
Doesn't work like that, boys.
Doesn't work like that. They're not those. They're not those guys.
Not that guy.
Not those guys.
All right, let's go. I don't care.
Dolphins.
Listen, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna just come right out and say I don't give a fuck that the Buffalo Bills. I don't give a fuck that the Buffalo Bills won this fucking football game. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm gonna say it.
I don't give a fuck that this football team won this game. You cannot tell me with a straight fucking face. If you tell me with a straight face to my fucking face as a Bills fan that you are happy about this win, you're out of your fucking mind. I don't care. The fucking Dolphins were struggling to find a guy to throw a spiral. And they fucking throw this guy out there as third-string quarterback, and he almost outduels your God.
They couldn't even get snaps off, bro.
Your God, your MVP, your fucking man, the best quarterback of all time, and Josh Allen, and he almost outduels you. Third-string quarterback.
Chip Skylark, right?
Who led the NFL in turnovers this year, boys?
So damn, he only played what 2 games?
Who led the NFL in turnovers this year?
It's either.
Oh, you said who did?
Well, it was either Dak or Allen.
It was Allen.
Or Matt Ryan.
Okay, so this is a 3-point game with a fourth-string quarterback. He was 40% on his passes, and it was a 3-point game.
Didn't get snaps off. I know Neil, you said you couldn't watch the game. Lawrence, not sure if you saw it because I know you were.
No, I couldn't watch the game.
But like they literally were unable to snap the ball. Like they couldn't get the plays from Mike McDaniel to Skylar Thompson to the team to snap the ball, and they almost lost the game still. Like they had delayed games, they were taking time out. Like I was watching this game, like I've seen Pop Warner coaches get the call to their quarterback easier.
Oh, so that's why I saw all those memes. I seen a meme of the Kansas City's huddle as like Mike McDaniel trying to get a play into the
yeah.
So what happened? They couldn't because he was a third-string quarterback. They just didn't know the play calls or what?
Okay, I don't obviously have no inside information, but to me, what I think it is, McDaniel strikes me as like he's like this nerd, right? Like super smart. His play calls are probably extreme. They're probably like the longest thing known to man. He probably didn't
simplify it enough.
Didn't simplify it. Now you got a third-string quarterback who's probably stumbling over his word. Again,
where you got like Baker came in 72 hours and had all the plays like on his wrist, and the coach just basically said, "Play one. All right, I know what to do." And that's what they did for that. So
that's the smartest thing to do for somebody that hasn't played
exactly. You just play. Here's your game plan. You're going to play this. But yeah, I mean, back to the game. I mean, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You are Super Bowl favorites. You've been Super Bowl favorites all year until I don't know what happened to you guys, but you've been Super Bowl favorites all year. You supposedly have the greatest quarterback of all time. You have the best offense. You have the best defense. You guys are untouchable, juggernauts, all this shit, right? And you can barely beat a third-string quarterback. You can barely beat. The
only thing that like makes me feel okay is that thank God the Bengals struggled against Tyler Huntley.
I was just gonna say that
because I'm not on the Bengals off the hook either.
I was just gonna say
you don't get just because the Bengals stunk doesn't mean you get a pass for stinking too.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I get that, right? I understand. Okay, the Bengals did struggle against the Ravens, but the Bengals aren't the Bills.
No,
the Bills,
I know. I'm
the
just
Bills
saying.
have been pedestaled. The Bills have been up there. Oh, we're better. We're gonna beat Mahomes this year. We're gonna go to the Super Bowl. Like before the season even started, we sat here on this fucking podcast and talked about it. Why are we even playing this year? Just give the Bills the Super Bowl trophy. Everybody, no matter what, they just said the Bills are just gonna win the Super Bowl this year.
Listen, all roads led to what happened a couple weeks ago. What would happen about they get to play the Bengals again?
I'm glad you brought this up because I have to say something that
they were gonna. I'm not gonna.
People are gonna call me an asshole for bringing it up, but I have to ask the question because I would be doing a disservice to myself and everybody out there if I didn't. Now, if the Bills win this week, next week's game is on neutral field because the Monday night game didn't get played, right? Whether or not we agree that it's neither here nor there, like okay, that was the fair thing to do, right? That was fair for Buffalo because they didn't get to play their game, right? We can all agree that was the fair thing for Buffalo.
Yeah.
Okay. So this week,
territory.
No, right. So now this week, Buffalo's playing Cincinnati, right? Okay. Buffalo's the home team, right?
Yep.
Now wait a minute. Buffalo and Cincinnati were supposed to play a couple weeks ago, right? It didn't get played, right?
Nope.
So it should be neutral field.
What would have happened if Cincinnati won that game?
They
would have had the same record, right?
They'd have home field.
And then Cincy would have had the head-to-head tiebreaker, so the game would be played in Cincinnati.
Yeah. So it should be neutral. It should be neutral field.
Oh wait, but no, that's not fair to Buffalo. So we can't do that, guys. No. I mean, am I missing something here?
I don't like the way. To be honest with you guys, now in hindsight 2020, tragic situation, everything. You know, obviously I'm happy that Hamlin's fine. Everybody is obviously, but there's no reason that game shouldn't have been rescheduled to be played. I'm sorry, there just shouldn't have been.
Even take that if it wasn't, which is okay, that's fine. I get why it wasn't played.
I get what you're saying, Kenny. If they play,
no,
I agree.
I agree with Kenny. It should be neutral. It should be neutral. Or
right,
it should be neutral. Yeah, I agree.
It should be neutral, or if you're not going to make this game neutral, then the next round's not neutral either. How could you just pick and choose and cherry pick? This one's neutral,
it's only the AFC Championship.
Right, but that's my point though. So why are we saying the AFC Championship? If you're going to make the exception for the AFC Championship, you have to follow suit with the other rounds.
The Bengals got screwed, and
the Bengals were going to have to flip a coin if they lost to the Ravens in week 17. What is this?
Yeah, the Bengals got screwed, and quite frankly, I think the Chiefs also got screwed, to be honest. Not saying that the Chiefs are going to make it to the AFC Championship because you just don't know, right? I mean, but the way that the bracket has kind of stretched out, it looks like
I might go play some money on the Bills
to win.
For the Super Bowl. Things looking that way.
Yeah, it's looking that way.
Inevitable.
Yeah, I agree.
After this,
I did it week 18 last year.
It's looking that way. What's up,
Joe Shiesty?
Yeah, I understand. I'm saying the field.
No, he's talking about the field. The
field debacle.
Yeah.
The field debacle. You know how I talk my shit.
It'll be in Atlanta, right? The gender neutral game.
Yeah.
I mean the game neutral game.
It ain't gonna happen because Joe Shiesty about to go in there and carve him up anyway. So I'm not concerned about that. I'm just saying, if we're trying to be consistent here, this game should also be on neutral field. But
here's the thing. Here's the thing about
that. So wait, because I know someone's gonna come in the comments. Sean, I know you're going to come in the comments and say, what aren't you understanding? They played the same amount of games and they still had a better record. And so I'm going to break it down to you because if they would have played that game, because just like the reason why the Bills are getting a neutral site is because the game wasn't played. This game wasn't played, so the Bengals should also be getting a neutral site. How you can't see that is you not putting your bias aside. So before you come on here talking about we don't know what we're talking about, put your bias aside.
True.
That's true. It's true. You know what? I'm not biased. I'm not even biased against like people say I hate the Bills. A lot of people will say I hate the Bills.
You say everyone.
That's the thing. Phil's right. I don't dislike the Bills. I dislike everybody that's not the Rams. So when I come on here and talk about other teams, I hate everybody equally. And here's the thing I hate most about the Bills. If there's one thing I hate, it's when things get crowned before it happens. Like, I'm not going to lie. I was not a Patrick Mahomes fan when everybody was talking about, oh, my God, he's a Hall of Famer. I was like, this boy is in his 3rd year. We're going to tell him he's a Hall of Famer already? Get the fuck out of my face. Granted, he's been living up to the hype, but still, I just cannot stand when people like this. Like, for another good example is this Kenny, the French dude, the French basketball player.
Wembanyama?
Oh, Victor.
Victor.
Yeah, I'm with you
When people are saying
his kneecaps are gonna fall.
When
off.
people are telling me that he's gonna be the next greatest basketball player of all time, like, it just doesn't work out. Like, it just when you start crowning people
Greatest draft
before it
pick
happens,
is LeBron James.
it just pisses me off. And this year, nothing pissed me off more than the Bills getting crowned Super Bowl champs. When I looked at their offseason, and I still to this moment, to this day, when I look at that Bills offseason, I still don't understand where the hype was.
The NFL Network have a field day with their Buffalo picks.
They signed Von Miller, who's been injured all year.
Cole Beasley, back,
and he wasn't even an offseason acquisition.
Vaccination shot poppy.
They signed Von Miller, who played 9 games this year. They signed 2 offensive linemen, and what else?
I mean, I just like to say I'm super uber critical of everybody. Remember, something about my time hop memory from 2 years ago when it was the Browns apparently that I hated a couple years ago because I didn't follow the masses.
A couple years ago? How about you still hate the Browns?
But it started a couple
weeks ago.
No, because everyone crowned them as a Super Bowl champs.
About a week ago.
And the Cowboys and the Titans, the Bengals last year. I mean, for people, I'm biased.
You know who it wasn't? You know who you weren't against though, Kenny? Because you called me on the phone. The Rams. He knew it. Listen, to this day, I will never let anybody tell me otherwise. Kenny Lacy was the first person to tell me that the Rams were going to win the Super Bowl the year before they did, and he was. I'll never let.
So that kind of proves my point. Is that I just when I have a feeling, I go with it. Sorry if it goes against what you think about your team, but that's how it goes.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Hey, listen, I understand some people want to do the cop-out of the divisional games.
Hey, Bills fans, this is what it looks like to win a Super Bowl.
Let me go grab a hammer
a real Super Bowl, not a preseason Super Bowl.
Do they have a Super Bowl?
Huh?
Do the Bills have a Super Bowl or no?
No.
Wait, Neil.
They went back to back to back to back and never won.
Is that former defensive lineman Aaron Donald for the Rams?
This is a former defensive lineman, Aaron Donald, right here.
I'm about to go grab a hammer real quick.
Is that a throwback?
My jersey upstairs is a throwback, vintage now. My Aaron Donald jersey is vintage now.
All right, man.
It's a Mitchell and Nuts hardwood classic.
But one more thing before we get off this game. One more thing before we get off this game. One more thing.
What's up?
One more thing.
Baker Mayfield?
No.
Cooper Kupp? No.
Nah.
I still can't believe y'all. They really brought him in. Oh my God.
They beat the Raiders. So.
Yeah.
And guess what he did though? I mean, he did good.
He was electric those first 2 weeks.
Bro,
he sucks.
What? No, he can.
Okay, but you got to look at what they were. God. Would you rather throw Baker Mayfield out there or Bryce Perkins? Like, I don't blame them for bringing him in.
I think he played fine. I think he played great for us. He kept us in every single game. He kept us, except that Chargers game. He didn't really keep us in that. But I mean, that Chargers team was unstoppable at that point. They're letting up 10 points a game.
Not anymore.
It don't matter. You're out.
But
here's
1, 2, 3.
Are we doing predictions for next week?
Yeah. That's what I was
okay. We're getting all right. My fault. That's what I was going to talk about. So I didn't know we were doing. All right, gotcha.
Yeah, before we get to that though, because
Kenny's got a graphic for us, right?
Yeah, there's been a lot of MVP talk and a lot of this guy's better than this guy and why do you like this guy? And so I just want to throw out some blind resumes quick for 4 guys that I've heard in the MVP conversation.
Let me maximize my screen so I can read
MVPs?
Question mark.
So you got one guy with 5,600 total yards and 45 total touchdowns.
Okay.
You got one guy with 5,045 yards, 42 total touchdowns.
This is rushing and passing?
Yes, rushing and passing.
Total yards,
Gotcha.
One guy with 4,732 total yards and 40 total touchdowns. And one guy with 4,461 total yards and 35 total touchdowns.
We got turnovers in this?
I didn't put turnovers in here. I could have, but it's weird because fumbles aren't like fumbles lost, and I didn't want to.
Okay.
One of them has to be Mac Jones.
I would have liked to see interceptions in there.
All right. Well, I can tell you what they are.
Can I get interceptions? Back. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So one of these has to be Mac Jones.
No, one of those has to be. I got to see Baker Mayfield.
I'm trying to guess which is which right now.
Hold
I
on.
think the 35 is
Jalen.
Jalen.
Because he missed games.
Right.
Yeah,
And I can see the
I think
gap
so
between
too.
the two.
So
I think so too.
all right. So the top guy up there had 12 interceptions.
Top left or
Top left?
The top left. Top left had 12
Top left
interceptions.
at 12. Okay.
Top right had 14 interceptions.
14. Okay.
Bottom left had 12 interceptions.
12. Okay.
Top right is Josh Allen then.
And bottom right had 6 interceptions, but he also threw the ball significantly less than the other.
Yeah.
That's
So bottom
Jalen
right, bottom right's Hurts.
So
Above Hurts is Allen. Left of Allen is Mahomes. Bottom of Mahomes is
Mac Jones.
Shiesty.
Oh, yeah.
Shiesty.
Yeah.
but surely I've been told that Jalen Hurts is having the best year. So he's
Nah,
gotta
not
be the
even
next
close.
guy.
And he missed games.
But surely I've been told Jalen Hurts is having the best year, so he's
Nah.
got to be the next guy.
Nope.
But surely I've been told Jalen Hurts is having the best
Mac
year.
Jones.
It's not him. It's
So
not
he-
him.
so he-
Oh, I
so
thought
he-
okay.
So he can't not
It was
have
gonna be a
If that
trick.
was not Jalen Hurts, I would have lost it. I would have lost my. Oh,
Kenny.
He's like,
he blew my
Herbert.
mind.
I'm just-
Blew my
I'm
mind.
just
Herbert. Mac Jones.
I mean, I should have put Justin Herbert up here because he has 4,700 passing yards, 25 passing touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. So he's had better numbers than Jalen Hurts, just passing the ball. But I guess I'm confused on why we feel like we need to give Jalen Hurts the MVP. Like, even if we break it down and go on a per game basis, Mahomes still has him by 30 yards per game. Like,
And
so
the
that
number one
take
seed as
injury
well.
out of it. So yeah, and he got a 1 seed too. Like, I don't
gifted
understand
1 seed.
this. Like,
Listen.
I understand. Like, we say
there's
the
no
LeBron
shot
James
Mahomes doesn't
fatigue
win,
and
right?
all this stuff, like,
Mahomes
he's
is gonna
got
win it.
He's
He
gotta
has to
win.
Well,
He
it's
has to
between
win it.
But
it should be
this
between
just
Mahomes and
shows you
Allen.
how ridiculous it was that we were even having a conversation. Like, there should have never been a conversation. This
Right.
guy was the MVP for the past 10 weeks of the season
Yep.
before Jalen Hurts got hurt.
Yep.
I just
Yeah, plus the games missed probably knocked him out anyways. Hopefully.
Yeah, no, Jalen Hurts is not going to win MVP this year. And if he wasn't going to win MVP before, as soon as he got injured, he was definitely not going to win MVP.
It's got to be between Mahomes and
So
Allen.
he's out. I don't think Josh Allen can win MVP this year. I really only. I mean, especially if you just compare numbers in general. Patrick Mahomes has better numbers all around.
I think Mahomes should win too. I think
And
that
Mahomes
it
led his team to a
conversation,
one.
at least.
And Mahomes led his team to a 1 seed.
But Neil, you're forgetting that the 1 seed's not a real 1 seed. It's actually a neutral 1 seed. So he's like a co-1 seed. So technically, he should get co-MVP with Josh Allen because they didn't play that other game. Because he would have gone for 700 yards in that game, so he would have passed him.
Oh my God!
Imagine the fantasy points in that one.
Give me just some predictions. I don't want to see these ugly motherfuckers
All right,
anymore.
that's all I have.
I like that graphic. That was a good little graphic. I appreciate that. Oh,
Because
take
the
Phil off the
numbers-
screen. Put Jalen Hurts over Phil's face. I don't want to see that anymore.
I'm gonna go to Canada one time and think he's
Oh,
different. This is
God.
crazy.
All right, man. Listen,
Should have stayed in Canada.
Can I get a full screen on Phil?
a full screen on Phil.
Yeah, let me get a full screen.
Oh man.
Come on, just one.
Hold on. I don't even know how to do that. Honestly, I've never even actually done that.
You
I
never
got
done-
it.
Yeah, go ahead, Phil. He might know how to do it.
He's got it. Let me see. Let me get a full screen on Phil for these predictions.
Wait, me? Why me? Hold on.
I want to see full screen Phil. Change that wild card. Whoa, yes, even better.
Full screen
Hold on.
Phil with a PH.
My fault. There you go. Just gotta get rid of that. Hold on.
Full screen Phil. PHULL. Full.
Thank you. There you go. Oh wait, hold on.
Oh, we lost
Sorry.
Lawrence.
Oh yeah.
Did you kick Lawrence out
Yeah,
of his?
kick Lawrence
You
out.
kicked Lawrence out of his own
Kick him
podcast. Wait, no, flip that back, Phil. Flip that back to the way it was. Get your ass in that top left, Phil. No way. Yeah. This is my
Listen,
podcast
look.
now. Yeah, look
I
at
am
me.
the captain.
Look at me.
You leave
All
for
right,
1
man.
week.
All right,
it's
Phil.
over.
Nah, shut up, Lawrence. All right, Phil. Go ahead.
Wow.
Let's go ahead with those. Phil. Let's go ahead with those projections, please. Predictions.
Prediction? Oh,
Yeah.
for the games?
Yeah. Let's go ahead. Pick 'em.
Okay. So, well, now you want to pay attention to pick'ems. It depends how you guys wanted to go with this.
Just go ahead, Phil. It's your show.
This the co-founder over here.
Nah,
It's
he
not my
ain't.
show.
He ain't in the spot. It's your show. He's in
Okay,
the.
so-
Oh, Kenny, you want to put your because you have the browser up right now, right?
Oh, I didn't know we were even keeping track of them because we didn't keep track last week, so I just thought.
Oh
we
no.
Yeah.
I should just. All right, man. Listen,
What do we got?
we got the Jags versus the Chiefs. They're in Arrowhead.
Yep.
Once again, man. The line right now is KC 8.5.
Wow,
Over
that's
under,
actually a lot.
Over
That's
under
it?
53.
It's a playoff game. That's normal.
It's the Chiefs. Remember, they had trouble covering the spread the last.
I'm gonna. You know what? You know what's crazy? I'm gonna go Chiefs, but I'm gonna go Chiefs. I'm gonna go Chiefs by 3. I think it's a lot
Chiefs by
closer
3?
of a game than what people are gonna think. I could be wrong here because Patrick Mahomes, but I think after last week's game, I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are gonna come out hot. So we'll see what happens.
I'm going Kansas City landslide.
Landslide?
Landslide.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Jags. The Magic's run out.
Magic's out.
Yeah. It's big boy time.
I'm gonna have to agree as well because I'm pretty sure Kansas City wants to play on that neutral field, so I'm gonna go Kansas City.
Yeah, that's a double digit game. I mean, like
double digit game.
Is just so good. Like, Kadarius Toney has played more games in his career in the last 5 weeks than he played in his whole lifetime with the New York Giants.
Crazy, right?
Like in the last 5 weeks, Kadarius Toney has played more games.
And he would have been making crazy noise with the Giants too.
Crazy, right? He'd be the best wide receiver on their team right now.
He didn't want to be a football player anymore.
Because you got to think about it.
He's a stud.
He's 10. Well, he's probably like 5 times better than Richie James, and Richie James just catches the ball and drops to the ground. So, what you got, Phil?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Chiefs because they want to play on that neutral field, so I'm gonna go Kansas City. Oh, what's up, Derek? Derek said what's up.
That's a good transition, neutral field. Let's go talk about
What's good?
Talk about that game next, Phil.
Yeah, Phil, what's the next game?
Damn, I'm bleeding. Okay, so the next game in the AFC, we have the Bills versus the Bengals, 2 AFC powerhouses. Should have played. I mean, didn't play last in the regular season, but we have them now. So a lot of bad blood between these teams. Who we got?
Give me the Bengals, baby.
Turned into DMX.
Give me those Bengals.
The line is Buffalo 5.5 over
What?
under 48. I'm 100% hitting over on this. I think it's gonna be crazy.
5.5.
You know who I'm going with?
Talk to me, Kenny.
Let me hear
Who
it.
you
You know
going
who
with?
I'm going with?
He's typing something.
they?
Oh Lord, get out!
Who they
get out.
say they're gonna beat them
They
Bengals?
gotta. They really have to stop this nonsense.
Who they?
Who
Say they're gonna
Who
beat
that?
them Bengals?
I can't believe they just snatched your whole line like that.
Saints
Lawrence.
Twitter is so
Yeah, they
pissed.
play
though.
in the jungle.
Commitment. Remember,
I'm playing-
Give me them Bengals.
The Bengals. Oh man, don't tell me it's a full sweep. We want the Bills out of here.
We want them out of here.
Phil, who you got, man?
You know what?
Who you got?
Beginning of the season, I had a AFC Conference Championship prediction of Bills, Kansas City, and I'm gonna stick to that. I'm gonna go Bills.
Oh man,
The sweep is not complete.
I gotta stick with my prediction.
Man, for me, this is gonna be a tough one. I think it's gonna be a really good game.
I think it's gonna be a great game. By the way,
It's gonna be phenomenal. It's gonna be terrible to bet on though.
I'm not touching any playoff games.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Fuck, it's tough. Very, very tough.
Make your fucking pick.
I
don't know, man.
I
Not.
He's like last second. Oh, I'm gonna go Bengals anyways.
Make your pick.
I'm gonna. For me, I think the home field matters. So I'm gonna go with the Bills in this game.
Ooh, split decision.
I think if it was in Cincy, it'd be a different story.
I tend to agree with you, but
Not this time.
not this time.
So I'm gonna go with the Bills. But I could also, like I said, I think they'll win the game. What do you got playing over there, Ken?
Right, I'm trying to figure wait, hold on. Even going on in the background.
What are you on,
Who
Reddit
they?
or YouTube?
Who they?
No, we're
Who
not
they?
putting that shit on the screen.
Hey,
We're not putting that shit on the screen, man.
No, Kenny,
while I'm
can you
here.
go to the Commanders theme song?
The Commander theme song. That one is hilarious too. This dude Kenny is hilarious.
The Commanders.
And Maya Spence, always and forever.
Tragic.
This ain't got nothing to do with you. This was 1989, before you and I were even a thought, my brother.
So next up, we got an NFC playoff game. Giants-Eagles NFC East battle. Giants coming off of winning against the Vikings. Eagles, during the bye week. Jalen Hurts got plenty to prove after being injured. We got.
Go ahead and give me the Eagles here. I think it's gonna be. Honestly, I think it's gonna be a close game. I think the Giants are gonna come out.
Line is 7.5.
Yeah, I think it's gonna. I think it'll be a 1-score game. I think it'll be close. I think they'll play close, and I think it'll maybe a fourth quarter touchdown by the Eagles to win the game. But I think it's gonna be a close game. I think it's gonna be a good game. I think it'll be a nicely played football game.
I'm gonna go Philly just because I think that. I don't think they'll win the whole thing, but at least I think they'll make it past their first matchup, which is the Giants.
I think
Excelsior.
I think it's a safe bet.
Yeah, it's a safe bet.
Go ahead, Lawrence.
Go ahead, Lawrence.
Listen, man.
Make your fucking pick.
There's times where I just don't give a fuck.
Do it.
I'm going with the Giants.
My
man.
boy.
Damn, you're stealing my thunder.
My boy.
Listen, I want to see. Every week I watch my dad upset from first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. I'm gonna watch the game this weekend.
That's my boy.
And he's gonna be hyped. Listen, Sunday night is going. No, what is it? Saturday night? No, Saturday night is going down. I'm actually gonna take. I'm gonna take the Giants to cover on this 7.5. I think, like you said, I think it's gonna be a 1-score game. So I can see the Giants. Whether it's a field goal or
that's
whatever
my
it is,
boy.
I think Dabo's gonna coach them to win. I think they got enough with it. They have what it takes to win this game.
Hopefully,
they've been doing it all season. So, listen, Giants fans, you got an ally this weekend. I'm picking y'all to win.
I hope the Giants win. I hope the
them.
Giants win as well. When I was coming back from Canada, the Border Patrol officer was wearing an all Giants shit. She had all Giants on. I said, "Go Giants." She said, "Go Giants."
Hey.
The Giants won. So shout out to her. Go Giants. I hope they do win, but I think the Eagles do win this game. Saturday.
Shout out to her. Eh?
Yeah, I'm going with Danny Dimes and the boys.
Oh.
Yeah.
Randy Orton slithering in.
What's going on?
Watch out!
What's going on? Eagle, he said. Derek said Eagles by 10. I can respect that.
Yeah, I can respect.
I think it's gonna be
interesting.
interesting.
Like I just.
Gabby is
watched
a Giants fan?
Yeah, she's a Giants fan.
Shout out to
play
Gabby.
Week 18 against Davis Webb, and
but what you got for them?
Philly was playing their starters, and they didn't look that impressive to me. We talked about division games and this, and we saw what Miami and Baltimore just do with backup quarterbacks in division games. So
I think. Listen, I don't know. I think the Giants come out. They get started hot. I think they're ready. And I think the Eagles got the bye. They may come out. Start the game very slow.
They got a bye. So, they got a game plan. But what Mike Tyson say? Everyone got a game plan until they get punched in the fucking mouth. And that's what's going to happen on the first drive when Danny Dimes punches it down their throat.
Wow.
Rushing touchdown. Stiff arm.
Wow. And guess what? Dabo's been there before. Sirianni has not.
We're going to see what happens.
Last matchup for NFC Championship. The whole playoff
NFC Championship.
Yeah, I fucked up.
That's why Phil can't host.
Nobody's perfect.
Lawrence, put yourself. Lawrence,
go back in the left, Lawrence.
Go take Lawrence.
He lost.
Get him out of here.
Feels good. I'm back.
You're out. No, he's out.
He's
out. Kenny.
All right, man, and then
Hit that hook.
Then we got Sunday late afternoon.
What do we got, Lawrence? What's this matchup? Thank you for letting us know.
Cowboys 49ers classic. One of the most classic playoff matchups in NFL history, dating back to Jerry Rice and them, Deion and them. Who y'all got? Kenny, who you got, man?
Derek says Niners by 17.
Niners by 17.
That's
is
a fat
crazy.
number. That's a fat number.
That's crazy.
Purdy's still the quarterback, right?
Yeah.
But Dak Prescott's still quarterback in the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy still.
They got San Fran by 4.
Mike McCarthy still the coach?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me the Niners to cover.
Wow.
Niners to cover? Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I got the same thing.
What's the line on this?
4.
4
Niners
even.
cover. Niners cover easy.
Yeah.
Psych! Give me the Cowboys, baby. I'm taking them boys. Give me them boys. The Cowboys should have beat the Niners last year, but they wouldn't give the fucking ball to the ref, and they fucked up. This year, it ain't fucking happening again. The Cowboys are going to go into fucking Santa Fe Stadium or wherever the fuck they call this fucking
Levi
Stadium.
Don't act like you. Don't act
fuck
like
them.
that.
Fuck them. Guess what? Dak Prescott's going to show. Dak Prescott's going to show Brock Purdy what it's like to be an elite quarterback, what it looks like to be an NFL quarterback.
Excuse me. You can't call him that. His correct names are Brock the Glock. And the other one is not PG-13, so I won't say it.
And you know what's gonna happen?
You
know what's gonna happen? Give me a touchdown parlay. Give me Dalton Schultz for 2. Give me CD for 2. That's my touchdown parlay.
First of all, you think they're scoring 28 points?
On who?
Yep. Shootout.
The over under at 46.
And they're scoring 28.
Under. Yeah, you're tripping.
Nah,
that hits.
It might hit though because. If you look at the Niners, since Brock Purdy's taken over, they average over 30 points a game.
That might hit.
Yeah, if you don't play that.
I'm playing it. That's going to hit.
He said, I'm playing it.
I'm playing that shit.
What, you putting $1 on it?
I'm putting $12 on that motherfucker. Hey.
He wins $200,000.
This dude go to Canada, his whole attitude
Take that
changes.
parlay, Chris.
Cousin?
Take that parlay. That's going to be big money parlay. And you know what? You want to toss in
Yo, Lawrence, check his drink.
You want to toss in
he's definitely tripping.
You want to toss in a little extra spice on it? Throw in a CMC anytime, TD. Throw in a CMC anytime, TD, and then you even got even better numbers. I guarantee that parlay is like what 8,000.
Who y'all got scoring a touchdown in every game for a parlay for these games? Who you got?
Well, we making a street parlay. Hold on.
We could do a collab one. We could put something together.
Only putting 10. Not enough faith in the boy.
But I'm going Kels.
Okay.
Saquon.
Okay.
Bet I'll split 5-on-5 with you.
Mixon.
Okay.
And CMC.
I like it.
A lot of running backs.
Running back. Yeah, that's the shit.
Running backs are simple.
That'd be the safest one.
Yep.
And if you want to go all running backs, take Kels out and put ETN in.
I'm not gonna lie. Listen, y'all watching right now. Y'all do bet. Boston Scott. He scores against the Giants a lot. It won't be a bad bet. So.
I think if I'm throwing together a parlay besides my big parlay that I just made, I'm taking Debo anytime TD. I'm probably taking I'm probably taking a whatchamacallit, Jerick McKinnon anytime touchdown. I'm taking a Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown, and I'm also gonna take a Dawson Knox anytime touchdown.
5 straight.
Ew.
I'm taking it.
I mean, hey, Lawrence, he's hit 5 straight touchdowns.
I don't like him.
It's not a bad bet.
I
like Jamar. I like Jamar too.
I don't like
Jamar
him
in this game.
I don't like him, but I think
like
he's going to
money,
score
right?
a touchdown. I think he's going to score. Yeah.
Let's see. Travis, AJ, Josh Allen rushing, and CMC out of those 4 games.
Okay.
I also, you know what else I like, Lawrence? I like money.
I like green.
I like seeing green.
Well, say we can do a collab parlay. I'm down to do one. I've been wanting to do one.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. He said,
no. three like parlay then.
My son said I had Zeke and he ain't get the ball, bro.
Yeah,
why are you putting Zeke on any ticket, bro?
Yeah. At this point in the season,
you ain't Zeke ain't near my tickets.
What are you talking about? Zeke's been scoring. Are you guys watching football?
Did you bet yards or touchdowns?
Zeke ain't touching any of my tickets.
Oh, man.
I mean, I give him a shot, but not the type.
And no, Kenny, to answer your question, no.
I said Neil has not been watching.
No,
football.
I have not been watching football.
He didn't score last week, but I mean, prior to
he been doing this thing.
They get inside the 3-yard line. The ball goes to Zeke.
Yeah, that's a negative on the football. That's
lowest tickets right now for the games, according to ESPN, is $450 for the Cowboys game, $150 for the Bills game.
Who's in first place though?
$220 for the Giants and Eagles in Lincoln, and then $100 for Kansas City. So if anybody wants to travel,
you're just gonna lose. You're just gonna lose in the Eastern Conference semis. Actually, you won't even make it to the semis this year. You're not even gonna make it. You're gonna lose in the conference.
The Nets finally look decent. This man's talking shit. Wow, it's crazy.
You're just gonna lose.
Oh man,
Tatum can't score 51 every game.
Y'all funny. Any last words?
He scored 30 to 40.
Any last words?
I got a last word. Your boy
Jazz Radio. Go ahead.
Your boy just got back from it's a place out in Canada. It's in Quebec.
Well, we going again? What's up?
I'm going April 1st. There's this thing. It's called the Caribou Cup. It's like one of the biggest skiing events in the East Coast.
Who you going with?
Same boys, probably. But yeah, if y'all ever get a chance to
Imagine
make your
Neil
way,
skiing,
it's
though.
only from Utica, New York. It's only 5.5 hour drive from Utica, New York to where we got to go. It's called Mont Tremblant. It's a crazy fucking ski town, snowboard town. And if there's one thing I didn't know, I never knew this in my life. Skiers and snowboarders, they go up on the mountain from like 8 to 4, and they just get fucking hammered after. They drink all night long. It's the craziest place I've ever been. One of the best places I've ever been. If y'all ever have a chance,
Pizza, French fry.
get
This
your ass
makes
an
me happy,
enhanced,
man. This
get
makes me
yourself an
happy,
enhanced
man.
license or a passport and
Wow.
drive your ass
Look
to
at that
Mont
actually listen
Tremblant.
to.
Wow.
Take a
Wow.
trip. It's the best.
Taking my advice.
Fuck Lawrence.
I'm so proud of you.
Got myself on my back.
You're the real
I
MVP.
know.
Also, LaMelo Ball just got hurt. Ankle
Yeah,
injury,
so-
carried off the
yeah.
court.
Also, Buddy Hield is not going to get 3 3-pointers tonight.
Damn. Tragic.
They're down
Jalen Brunson scored over 25 points.
Probably place
Yeah.
a bet for the 10 o'clock games. What do we got here?
Chris, they don't drink on the mountain. They drink when they get off the mountain.
Yeah, when they get off.
They drink
I was
when they
about to
get
say
off.
that's insanity. If you,
Nah, they
you
have
get
this
hammered
rule.
for 8 hours.
They have
like
a rule
that.
out there where they don't let you drink if you're going on the mountain. Not that people will fucking listen to them, but that's the rule.
If you care about your life.
If you care about your life, I can't think of any. Some girl that we met out there, we met like her whole crew, and she was skiing the day after we met them, and she fell and broke her femur. They had to airlift her to like an hour and a half away to fix her leg. And like her friends had to go home, like she had to like have surgery and shit.
Wow.
And her friends just left her. I was like, "Damn, what are you gonna do?" She
What's
broke her
good?
whole
What's good,
femur.
Rick? We
That Canadian health insurance, though.
Rick, by the way,
I don't think she was Canadian.
if you played back a little
Oh,
while
okay.
ago, I picked the Giants to beat y'all, so deal
Damn.
with that.
Yeah, Rick, I didn't, Rick, but I feel like I should.
Big Blue, baby.
Ride the blue wave,
I chose the Eagles, Rick. So
the blue wall,
Beautiful morning.
Kenny, the blue wall.
Beautiful morning out
he
here.
said
The New York
What
Football
color is this?
Giants,
Blue, baby.
Who's your favorite artist? Blueface. No.
Young Blue.
Young Blue,
Blue Vandross.
Blues Clues. No.
All right, man. Phil, you got last words, man?
Let's see. I mean, NFL season's come to a close, and you see Neil's jersey, the terrible ass Brooklyn Nets jersey.
NBA,
So
man.
basketball's right around the corner. So we get to see Neil's team implode yet again in the playoffs. I'm excited.
I've been in the lab this season for basketball. I've been watching pretty much every night. so.
Are you sure?
Also, Jason Tatum for
I'm
MVP.
sure.
Are you
I
sure?
would
'Cause
just
you
like
say
to
this.
point
You
out-
say this a lot.
I would just
No,
like to point out
this season I have.
that
I'm
they're
tuned in.
listening to us because I have my other laptop open for work, and I have a thing that says Expedia made to travel. Let's go to Canada.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's go. We're going, boys. We are going. I'm gonna start standing up on every podcast like Pat McAfee.
Put the camera up.
I don't.
Oh no! Oh, put it down.
That's actually exactly how Pat McAfee looks like that.
It doesn't really work like that.
It's like
He
this.
kind of just like looks.
Hey,
down.
hey, Rick. Our opinion is our opinion, man. They may not be
Wait,
there,
Rick,
but
I
it's okay.
picked.
I don't got to
What's
be in the
going on here?
playoffs to know what a
This
playoffs
is crazy.
Rick, I don't got to be in the playoffs to know what a good team looks like. All right.
He does look like McAfee.
Right, like got a duck to get in the.
Rick, I don't gotta know shit about my team. Went to the playoffs last year, Rick, and what my team do last year, Rick. Exactly.
Also, Rick said he's not coming on.
Rick,
unless
I
they
know
go
a
win,
Super
so.
Bowl champ team when I see one, Rick. Yeah,
You better not, that better not be talking about his jersey.
Yeah, he's talking about the jersey, boy. You already know. Phil, where's yours at? Nobody likes them pussy ass, broke ass Boston Celtics.
In first place,
Nasty
but
ass.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Racist
first place.
ass.
Yeah,
Yo, Kenny, what you
first
got,
place
man,
in
for last
January. That's cute.
okay, first place rest of the year too.
I got nothing, man. These two are just.
words? Yo, they're hilarious.
Yeah.
Last words for me, man. Appreciate Kenny and Phil for holding it down last week while I was
Yeah, I
gone.
appreciate you guys too for
Hold
that.
it down.
POP.
It's
Our
real
intern
nice
made a
to see.
mistake, though.
It's real
Facebook,
nice to see
though.
Neil getting out there. He's making memories, taking pictures, shooting videos.
Rick, I
It's
gotta
nice.
keep my head. I gotta keep my head in
Rick,
here, so I got.
his body
Yeah,
will
nah, he
support-
really should say it like that every show.
Rick, we shoot about an hour to hour and a half. I don't think his legs can support his
My
body that
legs,
long.
my legs
I
would
have
like
no
cramp
clue.
up.
I don't think his legs can support that body that long.
Whoa! That's disrespectful.
He'll look like he got crossed over by Jamal Crawford.
You said by that shit was funny. The intro for him for TNT, hilarious.
That's fine.
But,
Rick,
man-
I'm gonna get stronger legs, Rick, and this is how I'm gonna be. I'll do this for you every time. Co-founder, I got you.
He said, "Sponsor me."
No acting like Viking out here. Oh man,
About to collapse.
Take my.
Look at ugly ass tumbler cup.
Excuse me.
Disgusting.
Pardon me.
Disgusting. But man, listen, appreciate everybody that's tuned in tonight. Divisional round of the playoffs. It's been a long season.
There's money to be made, Monica.
We're getting all the matchups that I feel like we kind of anticipated. Besides I feel like the Jags.
That's like a Viking out there. Yo, Rick's gotta be top 5 funniest people I ever met in my life.
Never met him.
Yeah, I was about to say you in person.
Never met.
It's gonna be.
He's not funny in person.
No,
it's gonna be way worse.
Like me and him together in person.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It will get bad. It'll get bad. Nah, he's a jokester, man. But like I said, I appreciate everybody that's tuned in. We're gonna be transitioning to basketball. And we get to do the what was the one game that we did? It's been so long.
Who we play for?
Who we play for?
I can't wait.
We got
redemption match.
Defending champs. Yeah, I don't
redemption match.
Kenny, what's he clapping about? He's
right, like I never.
Kenny was used to cook this shit out of y'all on that every week.
I mean,
bro.
I held my own. I held my own.
Overtime.
There was a one time Phil was like, yo, I don't even want to do this anymore. Just give it.
That was trivia, yeah.
Yeah, trivia. I don't want to do this anymore.
Trivia. Yeah.
Oh man, but we gotta definitely get back to the trivia. Listen, man, make sure y'all like this video, comment on this video on Facebook and YouTube. Check out the socials at IBTE Sports, at IBTE Network. Got a lot to offer. More things coming for 2023. Any last words before I get up out of here?
Neil's built like an Eddie Curry silhouette. Thank you.
Yo,
I know you're not talking about that head. That headset's on the last fucking thing. If he pulls that headset any further, that thing should have snapped in half. Look at that. Look at that thing.
That is your jersey right now.
We got
your jersey.
It's just like my son. No, don't. You'll break him. If he pulls that shit anymore, if he sneezes, that thing will poof. That thing's done. Get the fuck out of here. My son's gonna talk. Look,
we're out of here.